Hey guys, let's talk about Brandi, Jondell Summers, and Tiffani Claudette Wise. Brandi and Tiffani were abducted from their family's home in San Bernardino, California on March 30th, 1977. Their mother, Beverly Wise, was discovered stabbed to death inside their residence. The girl's 8-month-old sister was left behind unharmed. Brandi's father was Roy Summers, Beverly's ex-husband. Tiffani's father was Claude Wise. Witnesses reported seeing a Caucasian male outside the family's home that day, putting Tiffani into a gold Camaro. They did not see Brandi. The man had short reddish-brown hair and wore a black leather jacket. The man resembled Roy. Authorities spoke to him during the week after Beverly's murder and did not believe he was involved in the case. However, subsequent events changed their minds. After Beverly's murder, there were unconfirmed sightings of the children and Roy in Idaho, Utah, and Nevada. Roy had been married 7 times and had a long history of violent behavior towards his wives. He was located in Redmond, Oregon in November 1979 and arrested, and photographs of Brandi and Tiffani, as well as some of the girls' belongings, were found in his home. In early January 1980, after Roy's arrest, the girls may have been sighted in California. In early 1980, authorities arrested Juanita Tiny Iwakiri and charged her with second-degree kidnapping in the girls' cases. They believed she helped Roy hide them by keeping the girls in her daycare center. Juanita admitted she had cared for Brandi and Tiffani, but said she didn't know who the girls were or that they were missing. The charge relating to Brandi was dropped before trial. Juanita was convicted in Tiffani's case and sentenced to 5 years in prison, but released on probation after just 4 months. The conviction was later overturned. In February 1980, Lee Allen Kasner was charged with being an accessory to Beverly's murder and the kidnappings. The girls were reportedly seen in his care in Nevada County, California. Roy's sister, Karen Carino, was arrested in Virginia in 1979 and charged as an accessory because Roy, Tiffani, and Brandi were allegedly seen at her home in 1979 after Beverly's murder. The outcome of these charges is unknown. Roy got married to Ella Mae Connie Kohler in June 1979 and assaulted her in October that year. She stated he broke her arm, choked her until she passed out, dragged her under a jacked-up car, and tried to drop the car on her. She had to be hospitalized. She said Roy also threatened her and told her he had murdered before. After Connie was released from the hospital in November, Roy allegedly assaulted both her and his mother with a knife. At his trial for the October 1979 incident, Roy admitted he had choked his wife, but claimed he had done it in self-defense during an argument. He was convicted of second-degree assault, but acquitted of attempted murder. The charges related to the November incident were dropped. After serving a year in jail, he was transferred to California to stand trial for Beverly's murder and Brandi and Tiffani's abductions. However, he was never brought to trial. Key witnesses against him had been hypnotized to improve their memories, and the state had passed laws that disallowed testimony gained through hypnosis. Brandi called her grandmother Donna, maybe spelled D-O-N-N-A or D-O-N-A, Big Grandma, in 1977. Brandi was born in San Jose, California. She had a petite stature at the time of her abduction. She and Tiffani were approximately the same size, although there is a 3-year age difference between them. Tiffani and Brandi's whereabouts remain unknown. Brandi Jondell Summers was born on January 2nd, 1972. She's been missing since March 30th, 1977. At the time of her disappearance, she was 5 years old. She's a Caucasian female with blonde hair and blue hazel eyes. Brandi has 2 3 to 4 inch surgical scars and a round nickel-sized surgical scar on her abdomen, as well as a scar on her face. She may be using the last names Beer, Carino, Iwakiri, Awoken, and or Wise. Brandi goes by her middle name Jondell, which some agencies spell Jondell or Johnndell, but the correct spelling is Jondell. Tiffani Claudette Wise was born on March 24th, 1975. She's been missing since March 30th, 1977. At the time of her disappearance, she was 2 years old, 3 feet 5, and 40 pounds. She's a Caucasian female with reddish blonde hair and blue hazel eyes. Tiffany's hair was naturally curly at the time of her 1977 disappearance. She has a surgical scar extending from behind her hairline to the back of her head as a result of a 1975 operation. Tiffany may be using the last names Awoken, Beer, or Kasner. She resembled her father, Claude Wise, at the time of her abduction. Some agencies may spell her first name Tiffany, but the correct spelling is with an I. If you have any information about Brandi or Tiffany, please call the San Bernardino Police Department at 909-384-5142.